Life is too precious to spend on habits, people, and actions that hold you back. If you want to unlock your full potential, it's time to reassess how you live. From avoiding energy-draining relationships to taking responsibility for your actions, learning to say no, and cultivating focus, these 7 strategies will help you eliminate distractions, build better habits, and create a purposeful, fulfilling life. Start now. Stop wasting your time. 1. Avoid energy vampires. One of the most significant ways to stop wasting your life is by cutting out energy vampires. These are the people who drain your emotional, mental, or even physical energy without offering anything positive in return. They tend to be negative, self-centered, or overly needy, and often leave you feeling exhausted, uninspired, or frustrated after interacting with them. Instead of supporting your goals or celebrating your successes, they pull you down with their negativity or constant demands. Energy vampires may be friends, family members, co-workers, or acquaintances who, without realizing it, steal your time and motivation. The truth is, if you continue to surround yourself with such people, they can hinder your personal growth and prevent you from achieving your dreams. Identifying energy vampires is crucial to taking control of your life. These individuals typically create one-sided relationships where you're always giving, whether that's your time, emotional support, or help with their problems, but they're never there when you need them. Often, their conversations are filled with complaints, drama, or negativity, and you might find that every interaction leaves you feeling mentally drained or emotionally depleted. If this sounds familiar, it's a clear sign that the people around you are not lifting you up. Instead, they're pulling you down. To stop wasting your life, it's important to set boundaries with these individuals. You don't have to completely cut them out, but you can limit your time with them. For instance, if you feel drained after talking to someone, you can make a conscious decision to spend less time with them or shift the focus of your interactions to more positive and productive topics. If the relationship is important to you, have an open conversation about how their behavior is affecting you. Be honest but kind in expressing that you need more positivity and support in your life. If that person values the relationship, they will understand and respect your boundaries. On the flip side, you should also make a deliberate effort to surround yourself with people who uplift, inspire, and motivate you. These are the individuals who challenge you to be better, support your dreams, and celebrate your wins, no matter how big or small. Positive relationships like these provide the encouragement and accountability you need to keep going, especially when things get tough. They help you stay focused on your goals and give you the confidence to take risks and pursue new opportunities. The energy of these people will rub off on you, and you'll find yourself becoming more motivated, positive, and driven to succeed. Protecting your energy is essential for living a purposeful life. When you remove the negativity and drain of energy vampires, you create space for new, supportive connections. This not only improves your mental clarity and emotional well-being, but also helps you become more aligned with your true potential. By choosing to spend time with the right people, you will find yourself more energized, inspired, and ready to take on the world. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So, choose wisely, and make sure your circle is filled with those who lift you up, not bring you down. 2. Don't seek advice from the unsuccessful. Another key to stopping the waste of time and energy in your life is learning not to seek advice from people who haven't achieved what you want to achieve. While it's natural to turn to friends, family, or mentors for guidance, you need to be careful about who you listen to. Advice from someone who hasn't reached the level of success you aspire to can hold you back, rather than propel you forward. For example, you wouldn't ask a person who has never played professional sports for tips on how to make it to the Olympics. Similarly, seeking business advice from someone who hasn't built a successful business or personal finance advice from someone struggling with their own finances is a recipe for disappointment. The reality is that success leaves clues. If you want to build a thriving business, look to those who have already achieved that. If you want to improve your fitness, seek advice from a trainer who is in top shape, not from someone who is out of shape and struggling to reach their own health goals. It's not about being rude or dismissive. It's simply about ensuring that the advice you're receiving comes from people who have the experience, track record, and knowledge that can help you get where you want to go. Too often, people seek advice from well-meaning friends or family members who simply don't know how to reach the next level themselves. And as a result, the guidance they offer can often be flawed or misguided. When you are serious about a goal, it's essential to surround yourself with people who have already been where you want to go. They can offer insights, strategies, and advice that you wouldn't find from someone who hasn't experienced the same path. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Successful people are often willing to share their experiences, especially if they see you're genuinely committed to your own success. Whether it's finding a mentor, attending seminars, or reading books by those who have achieved what you want, make sure your sources of advice are credible and proven. Avoiding advice from the unsuccessful ** also applies to the people in your immediate environment. If your coworkers, family members, or even friends haven't achieved what you desire, don't internalize their advice as the ultimate truth. While they may mean well, their guidance may reflect their own fears, limitations, and lack of experience in the area you're pursuing. It's important to filter their input and recognize whether it will truly serve your goals or limit your potential. By choosing to seek advice from the right people, those who have successfully navigated the paths you want to take, you will gain clarity, avoid costly mistakes, and save yourself a lot of time and frustration. When you surround yourself with people who have accomplished what you're striving for, you can model their strategies, learn from their setbacks, and accelerate your journey to success. Remember, the fastest way to reach your goals is by 3. Take responsibility, don't blame others. One of the most powerful things you can do to stop wasting your life is to take full responsibility for everything in your life, both the good and the bad. Blaming others for your problems, circumstances, or failures might feel easier in the moment, but it keeps you stuck and powerless. When you blame others or external factors, you give away control of your life. You become a passive participant, waiting for things to change, rather than taking proactive steps to improve your situation. Taking responsibility means acknowledging that you are the creator of your own experiences. While you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond to it. For example, if you miss a deadline at work, blaming a coworker for not providing information on time or blaming traffic for making you late won't change the outcome. Instead, ask yourself, what could I have done differently to avoid this situation? ***, maybe you should have left earlier, planned ahead, or communicated better. Taking responsibility means looking inward and recognizing that you have the power to influence your circumstances through your actions, thoughts, and decisions. This principle applies to every aspect of your life, from your career, relationships, health, finances, and personal growth. When you take responsibility, you no longer give away your power to others or to external conditions. You realize that the choices you make and the mindset you cultivate directly impact your outcomes. Instead of blaming your circumstances for your lack of success, focus on what you can do to change them. If you're not happy with your job, for example, blaming your boss or your colleagues will only keep you in a place of frustration and helplessness. But if you take responsibility, you might ask yourself, what skills can I develop to improve my career prospects? How can I network or seek out better opportunities? Taking responsibility also means owning up to your mistakes and learning from them. Everyone makes mistakes. That's part of life. But when you take responsibility for those mistakes, you can grow from them rather than letting them define you. If you consistently find yourself blaming others for your failures, you're giving them the power to control your story. You'll feel stuck in a cycle of disappointment and defeat. However, by accepting that you are in control of how you react, learn, and move forward, you'll begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. Another key element of taking responsibility is understanding the impact of your emotions. If someone says something that triggers you, for example, blaming them for upsetting you is giving away your emotional power. Instead, take responsibility for your emotional response. Ask yourself, why did this upset me? What can I do to better manage my emotions in the future? When you learn to control your emotional reactions, you gain the ability to handle difficult situations calmly and effectively, which is a crucial skill for success in all areas of life. By taking responsibility for your actions, decisions, and emotions, you shift from being a passive victim to an empowered creator. You stop wasting your life waiting for things to improve and start making choices that lead you to a better future. The truth is, when everything is your fault, everything is also in your control. This mindset frees you from the chains of blame and opens up a world of possibilities. When you take full responsibility, you unlock the power to change your life for the better. It's a mindset that allows you to take charge of your destiny and live with purpose. 4. Learn to say no. Learning to say no is an essential skill if you want to stop wasting your life. Many people, especially those who are eager to please or fear missing out on opportunities, struggle with saying no. They take on too many commitments, often at the expense of their own time, energy, and goals. Saying yes to everything might seem like the path to more opportunities, but in reality, it can spread you too thin and keep you from focusing on what truly matters. The truth is, very yes is a potential no to something else, to your personal goals, to time with loved ones, to your own well-being, or to your vision for the future. If you're constantly saying yes to every request, favor, or new opportunity that comes your way, you risk getting overwhelmed and losing track of your own priorities. It's easy to get caught in the trap of overcommitting, especially when the opportunities seem attractive, but spreading yourself too thin will only make you less effective and more stressed. By learning to say no, you create space for the things that are truly important to you. You can focus more time and energy on the goals, relationships, and projects that will help you grow and succeed. Saying no also allows you to protect your energy and make sure that your time is spent in a way that aligns with your values and long-term objectives. For example, if someone asks you to take on a new project at work, but you know it will take time away from your passion project or your health goals, saying no is the responsible choice. It's not about being selfish, it's about being intentional with your time. One of the best ways to master the art of saying no is by understanding your own priorities. Get clear on your long-term vision and what truly matters to you. When an opportunity comes your way, ask yourself, does this move me closer to my goals, or is it just a distraction? If the answer is the latter, it's okay to decline. You don't have to justify every no you give, and you certainly don't need to feel guilty about it. By setting boundaries and saying no to things that don't serve your goals, you create the space for greater focus, productivity, and personal growth. Learning to say no is especially important when it comes to time management. We all have a limited amount of time each day, and how we spend it shapes the course of our lives. Saying no to unnecessary meetings, social obligations, or activities that drain your energy allows you to direct your time and attention to what will move the needle forward. It's about being selective with where you invest your time, so that every action you take gets you closer to your dreams. The idea is simple. Say no to the things that don't matter, so you can say yes to the things that do. This doesn't mean you should isolate yourself or refuse help when needed, but it does mean being discerning about where you spend your time and energy. As you get better at saying no, you'll find that your life becomes less chaotic and more aligned with your goals. Saying no is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength, discipline, and clarity. It's a necessary step toward creating a life that's not only more productive, but also more fulfilling and purpose-driven. Ultimately, the ability to say no is one of the most empowering choices you can make. It allows you to take control of your time and energy, ensuring that you are always focused on the things that truly matter. By mastering this skill, you can stop wasting your life on distractions and start investing your time in what will help you reach your highest potential. 5. Limit device addiction. In today's digital world, excessive device use has become a silent productivity killer, stealing hours of valuable time and derailing focus. Many people fall into the trap of endless scrolling, jumping from app to app, or being consumed by notifications, which creates a cycle of distraction and unproductivity. This behavior often masks deeper issues, such as a lack of clear goals or direction, and leads to procrastination on tasks that truly matter. To break free from this cycle, start by recognizing the impact your device has on your life. Analyze how much time you spend on your phone and identify patterns of use that are unproductive. One simple yet effective strategy is to turn off all non-essential notifications. The constant red dots, buzzes, and pop-ups hijack your attention and make it harder to focus on meaningful work. Establish specific boundaries around phone usage. For example, set no-phone zones, such as during meals, family time, or before bed. Use apps or settings that limit your screen time or block access to certain platforms during work hours. Prioritize your day by scheduling activities that excite and engage you, making it easier to resist the urge to scroll. Another powerful tactic is to create a vision for your life that excites and motivates you. When you have a clear plan and compelling goals, the distractions of social media and digital clutter become far less appealing. Replace passive consumption with active creation. For instance, instead of spending hours watching others live their lives online, dedicate that time to building a skill, working on a project, or pursuing a passion. Incorporating accountability can also be a game changer. Commit to activities with friends, such as exercising together or working on shared goals, to keep yourself engaged and off your device. If you struggle to break free from phone addiction alone, consider using tools like digital detox programs or mindfulness techniques to build a healthier relationship with technology. Ultimately, Limiting device addiction is about reclaiming control over your time and attention. By managing your digital habits and focusing on purposeful activities, you can lead a more balanced, productive, and fulfilling life. 6. Study books instead of just reading. Reading books passively is a common habit, but true growth comes from studying books with purpose and applying their lessons. When we read without intention, we often forget most of the content shortly after finishing a book. The real value of a book lies not in completing it, but in understanding and integrating its ideas into your life. Treat books as tools for transformation rather than mere entertainment or checklist items. To effectively study a book, start by choosing materials relevant to your current goals or challenges. Focus on reading just in time rather than just in case. Selecting books that address your immediate needs or help you develop specific skills. This targeted approach ensures that the knowledge you gain is practical and actionable. While reading, engage actively with the content. Highlight key points, take notes, and write down actionable steps. Summarize chapters in your own words or reflect on how the ideas relate to your life. Teaching what you learn to others is another powerful way to reinforce your understanding. When you read with the intent to share, you process information more deeply and identify gaps in your comprehension. Another critical step is to implement the lessons immediately. Instead of rushing through the book, pause after each actionable idea and incorporate it into your routine. For example, if a book suggests a new productivity method, test it for a week before moving on. This approach helps you build habits and see tangible results from what you've read. Avoid the trap of shelf help, where books are consumed only to collect dust without application. Prioritize quality over quantity. Studying one book thoroughly and applying its insights is far more impactful than reading several without taking action. By studying books instead of just reading them, you unlock their full potential as catalysts for personal and professional growth. This intentional approach transforms knowledge into meaningful change, helping you progress toward your goals and create a more successful, fulfilling life. 7. Stop comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others is one of the most damaging habits you can develop, as it undermines your self-esteem, creates unnecessary stress, and steals your joy. In a world dominated by social media, it's easy to measure your progress against carefully curated highlights of other people's lives. However, this habit ignores the fact that everyone is on a unique journey, with different starting points, resources, and challenges. When you compare yourself to others, you focus on their strengths and achievements while overlooking your own progress. This perspective can make you feel inadequate, even when you've made significant strides in your life. The truth is, the only person you should compete with is the version of yourself from yesterday. Focusing on your growth and improvement ensures that your energy is directed toward what you can control, your own actions and development. It's also important to recognize that comparing your beginning to someone else's middle or peak is unfair to yourself. People often spend years, even decades, building the success you see, and you may not have visibility into the struggles and failures they endured along the way. Instead of feeling discouraged, view their achievements as inspiration and proof of what's possible with persistence and effort. Cultivating gratitude for your own journey is another powerful way to break the comparison habit. Take time to reflect on your accomplishments, no matter how small, and appreciate the progress you've made. Celebrate your unique qualities and experiences, as they shape who you are and set you apart from others. Remember, the goal isn't to be better than someone else, but to be the best version of yourself. Focus on your own path, set personal goals, and measure your success based on how far you've come rather than how far you think you need to go. By shifting your mindset away from comparison, you'll find greater confidence, happiness, and fulfillment in your life. We are about to end the video. Before you jump into the next video, I want to take responsibility for your life. Are you going to be the same person who is exhausted and tired in life, or do you want your life? If yes, then give me your promise. Write down your comment in the comment below. Say, I will be the best version of my life, no matter how hard it is. I will be successful in life. I will read each of your comment and feature the best comment in our channel. If you want more of this kind life-changing video, hit the subscribe button.